What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Raggedy Pack. It is finally time for the finale because we are hopping into Season 5, Episode 16 of Breaking Bad, Felina. Like I said last episode, this has been a long journey on the channel for over a year now. Blake exclaimed in last episode's post-discussion how much he loves Season 5. And because of that, Breaking Bad as a whole, he said it's going to be in his top 5 by the time this is done. And I've been telling him that since the beginning, Season 1. I think he was kind of a doubter after the first episode, but he's came around.
Season 1 through 4 would not crack the top 5. They're good. They're very good. Season 5 is on a whole different level, man.
The thing is, like, everything that happened in those first 4 seasons is instrumental to Season 5. Like
no doubt.
Yeah. All that had to be built up.
But it's the pedal to the metal type shit from episode 1. Honestly, the end of Season 4.
Yeah.
To now has been all gas, no brakes. So I'm going to have to sit down really long and hard and evaluate my personal top 5 after this. But like, I can't even, I think it's got to be 3. But I digress.
Well, before we watch this final episode, do you have any closing thoughts for this intro?
I think it's really cool to see Gretchen and Elliot come back into play.
Yeah.
Because those are 2 characters I honestly forgot about. Like, obviously, they're instrumental to the story, but we haven't seen or heard from them in seasons. 2 or 3 seasons. Like, maybe they were mentioned when they were talking about Walt's treatment. But other than that, it's really cool that, like, that's the reason that Walt comes out of hiding. Like, that's really good.
Yeah, the way they discredited him. I mean, I don't know Walt's exact contribution to Gray Matter, but I want to say it's over 50%. Not just the name, but the actual work behind it. And I would go as far to say as he carried them.
Yeah, they've always douched him.
That's his work that they're making money off of.
Yep.
And he sold his share for, what do you say, a few months rent.
Pennies on the dollar.
And he regrets it. And that's what made him into what he is today. At least part of it. Big part of it.
Part of it. So, yeah, I'm really ready to watch. Did we see the meme yet?
You have not seen the meme yet, so that means you will be seeing the meme in this episode.
Perfect.
And if you don't recognize it, I'll tell you what it is when we get there.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. If you guys like this reaction, make sure to hit the like button one last time. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, check the description below the video for a link to our Patreon. You can get the full length reaction there to this episode, all the other Breaking Bad episodes, and all the episodes of everything on the channel. We also have early access to some series movies, links to our social media, and a Discord you can join. Come chat with us about Breaking Bad and other stuff. Let's go.
Yeah. Imagine being the guy who's like supplying Walt and just showing up and there's just nothing there. Or no one, I should say. Marty Robbins? If he starts playing El Paso, I'm gonna freak out. Ugh.
Ow. Hey, when that shit happens.
His breath, bro.
Oh, hey.
This wasn't supposed to happen. Reflection, bro.
False alarm.
No way.
Imagine that.
Who just left a car sitting here with the keys unlocked and the keys in the visor? Up and away I did roam, riding alone in the dark. I can't hit those bars. Marty Robbins is one of a kind. Tomorrow, good. Oh, I'm messing up all the words. I've literally sang this song for like 15 years. And the moment the camera's on, I know. I love that song. El Paso City's even better. My mom hates that song. If she was awake and heard me singing it, I'd get a chocolate to the face.
Oh, no.
Live free or die. Aaron. It's kind of poetic for Marty Robbins' El Paso to be playing, for him to be going home like this. I can really appreciate that.
It's a good choice, yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting. Just go inside and buy a I guess he has to go in to pay.
What we'd really love to get is a photo of Mr. and Mrs. Schwartz to go along with the article.
Oh, so they'll be home tonight. Gotcha.
Thank you. This should make one hell of a story. Goodbye.
I thought he was going to kill the white supremacists. I didn't foresee this. What was the point in that?
I'm just saying it's
He's out of time.
and oranges.
Pizza to your
Thai
intelligence?
food.
This is different.
There's no.
Come on, are you the man I married?
I am the guy
Lurking in the
who wants to
shadows.
end this ridiculous conversation.
He's the one who knocks.
What, Islamabad?
Make yourself at home.
Oh, nice digs.
Well, it's like this could have been mine and my family's.
Anyway, Napa?
Yeah.
How long is it since we've been there?
2 years, Thanksgiving. Jesus, it's fine.
Does he even have a gun?
Yeah, too long, right?
Is this okay? You know, we could invite George and Dolores. They could come up from Marin. And Bill and Miriam Coe, and we could have a little spa action, right? And then we could do some sort of wine, and then...
Hello, Gretchen. Elliot. I really like your new house.
Walt.
My God, you must have one great view of the Sangre de Cristos.
Walt, what are you doing here?
Whatever it is you're planning.
Actually, I'm here to give you something. It's out in my car. How about the three of us take a walk to it? Elliot, if we're gonna go that way, you'll need a bigger knife.
What's he giving him?
It'll all fit.
Ah.
That is $9,720,000.
Where
Not
did
broke
it
counting.
come from, and why is it here?
I earned it, and you're going to give it to my children.
What? Why?
Why in particular would we?
If you want to give your kids drug money, go do it yourself.
I can't. My wife and son hate me. They won't take my money. Even if they did, the federal government wouldn't let them. But two rich benefactors who are known for their charitable endeavors would think nothing of, for instance, writing a $28 million check to help victims of methamphetamine abuse. Well, I have to think that your money would be very welcome.
It wouldn't make any sense coming from us.
My children are blameless victims of their monstrous father, a man who you once knew quite well.
What does he mean by that?
So what happens next?
I guess we shake on it. And I leave.
I thought he was going to kill him.
Bit reluctant.
Oh, okay.
I can't trust you to do this.
Yes. Absolutely you can.
Don't move, don't dare move a muscle. You don't want them to think that you're trying to get away.
What the hell are they?
Just this afternoon, I had an extra $200,000 that I would have loved dearly to leave on top of this table. I gave it to the two best hitmen west of the Mississippi. Whatever happens to me tomorrow, they'll still be out there, keeping tabs. And if, for any reason, that my children do not get this money, a kind of countdown will begin. when you're going for a walk in Santa Fe or Manhattan or Prague, wherever, and you're talking about your stock prices without a worry in the world. And then suddenly,
That's more like
the
it.
scrape of a footstep behind you, but before you can even turn around. Cheer up, beautiful people. This is where you get to make it right.
I mean, this is pretty easy.
Yeah. I felt like he went in there with a good game plan.
Please don't tell me it's like Skinny P and Badger. Bruh.
How did you know?
Yeah, right. Whole thing felt kind of shady, you know, like morality-wise.
Totally.
What's this I hear about blue meth still being out there?
What do you mean?
Have you heard anything? Is it still being sold?
Yeah?
By whom?
It's you, right? I mean,
Oh?
aren't you still cooking?
He's in fact not.
Damn, man. We were sure it was you, because that shit is choice, yo. Better than ever. I mean...
Never better.
you know.
Jesse.
Seriously? You said he moved to Alaska.
That's what I heard.
Damn, man. Couldn't he at least throw a brother a bone?
Bro, you just got a bone. I'm so glad we get them in one more episode, bro.
Yeah.
Even if that's it, never to be heard from again.
They're great. The God duo.
They're the Kobe of Breaking Bad. The goat. The hell are we doing here?
You remember the story he told during one of the AA meetings?
No.
That was about the box he made. The beautiful box they put so much work into, and then he sold it for a small amount of weed.
I do not remember this story. Is this some kind of like nightmare? Yeah. I was going to Lulu.
You remember this?
Uh-huh.
Well, what happened there?
So yeah, it's been about a year.
It's my birthday.
Yeah? Well, happy birthday.
All caught up.
It's easy money till we catch you. Why don't you say the word and I'll take you on a ride along? You know, you can watch us knock down a meth lab, huh? Get a little excitement in your life.
Someday.
That's a whole different man now.
Oh, hey.
Cornflower.
Before you say or do anything, just hear me out. Just 2 minutes of your time, that's all I ask. Please.
Bro just pulled up.
I have a new method that requires no methylamine, and it's easy, and it will keep you in business. And Todd, I could teach it to you.
How did you know to find us here?
10 a.m. Every Tuesday morning, you and I met here. You're rather
Some Breaking Bad goes up on the channel.
schedule-oriented, I guess.
I think Jack should hear this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now listen, hold on. I can come up there tonight. He'd get it. This is a win-win situation.
Hi, what can I get for you two?
He's just leaving. Good seeing you again. Take care.
Okay, no disrespect to the man, but doing business with him right now, that's
Of
not...
course, we're not doing business with him. Todd, please, don't make me walk you through this. Jesus, did you look at him? You'd be doing him a favor.
Wait. There's no way he slipped that in there. He totally did. It was the only packet. Wow. That's smart. Kill her without seeing her again. Walt's not the worst criminal in the world. He's just pretty bad.
Yeah. He's had some bad plays. He's a genius, though.
I got a good Looked like it could run.
Up on its back and away I did ride.
As fast as I could.
He's been listening to Marty Robbins the whole way here from New Hampshire.
There's no way Walt's getting to you. They are absolutely going to catch him. No doubt about it. That arrogant asshole thinks he's some criminal mastermind, but he's not.
I just said that.
On the off chance. Yeah. You be on the lookout, okay?
He's already there.
You didn't kill anybody sneaking in here, did you? You didn't hurt anybody.
No. Didn't have to.
You look terrible.
Thanks, Skylar.
Yeah. But I feel good.
So talk. Why are you here?
It's over. And I needed a proper goodbye, not our last phone call.
So you're going to the police?
They'll be coming to me.
If you're in custody, what stops those people from coming back, those people you worked with?
They're not coming back. Not after tonight.
What's tonight? We don't want your money, Walt. I thought Flynn made that clear.
He did. And I don't have any to give you. I spent the last of it getting here. All I have to give you is this.
Ah.
Call the DEA once I leave. You tell them I was here, that I forced my way in. Tell them I wanted bacon and eggs on my birthday. And that I gave you that ticket. Those numbers are GPS coordinates.
For what?
A burial site. That's where they'll find Hank and Steve Gomez. It's where I buried our money. And the men who stole it from us, the men who still have it, they murdered Hank and Steve and put them in that hole. Now you trade that for a deal with the prosecutor. You get yourself out of this. Skylar, all the things that I did, you need to understand.
I have to hear one more time that you did this for the family.
I did it for me.
Oh?
I liked it.
Oh?
I was good at it.
Yeah. The best.
I was alive.
I wish you would just say I didn't kill Hank and Steve, but my actions did.
I mean, I think he kind of, it was implied that the men.
But I think if he said it, like,
Flynn will be home soon.
Before I go, may I see her?
mm-hmm. Well, that's depressing.
Yeah.
He's like a gremlin. Just sauntering in and out. Oh. Bro's got the camo cargos on. He's gonna say something to him? Oh. Is that the meme?
It might be one, but it's not the one I was thinking of.
I've totally seen him looking through a window like this, but I just never realized it was him.
Damn, man. This thing's a classic. What block you got in it? The 500 or the 425?
Couldn't tell you.
500. That's the one you want. No replacement for displacement.
No replacement for displacement. This is such like the cliche neo-Nazi hideout.
Mm-hmm.
El Camino?
Go ahead and just park
Todd's
right in
whip.
front over here.
Oh!
Hey, how you doing? Turn around and put your arms out like this.
At least he asked him how he was doing first.
My wallet and keys.
Hey, get him back. Just relax.
Stay here. Keep your eyes open.
Well, he's first to die.
Did Todd tell you what I'm offering?
Yeah, he told me. The thing is, we're not really in the market.
Todd, please, would you explain things to your uncle?
You really shouldn't have come back, Mr. White. Sorry.
Wait, Jack.
What do you want it?
Oh, gee, I don't know. Anywhere but my living room. Take him out back.
Jack, look, you owe me.
Come on.
Go. I owe you what for?
Jesse Pinkman, you promised that you would kill him, and you didn't. Come on. Instead, all right, you partnered with him. You're his partner now. That's what you stop.
Partners? What are you talking about?
He's alive, isn't he? He's cooking for you. What, are you gonna lie?
Him being alive is not him and me being partners. Not by a damn sight. What, you think I'd partner with a rat? Where's that little piece of shit?
He's finishing up a batch.
Well, go get him. Bring him here. He just insulted you. He insulted me. All of us. Jesus. Hustle it up. Come on, let's get this over with.
Don't insult the Nazis' honor.
I'm gonna show you just how wrong you are.
I like how the light is shining on the keys.
Myself.
Said, where do you want it? Oh, anywhere but my living room. Well, it's gonna miss bro in his nice and comfortable massage chair. The one guy to his left just staring him down.
Now, does this look like a partner to you? Come here, take a look. Take a look at him. Have a gander.
Reek?
This is my partner.
Reek.
Right, partner? Right, buddy? You hurry this shit up?
I knew he was gonna be first to die. Oh, he got domed! The massage chair's still going. Oh man. Nice. Nice. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Jack.
Oh, Todd. Oh, you idiot.
It's on fire.
That's hysterical. He thinks it's someone else.
Mr. White.
Poker table? Oh. Good night, bitch. Dude's still getting a massage. Mmm.
Wait.
You want your money, right? You wanna know where it is? You pull that trigger, you never do.
That's so nice.
Do it. You want this.
Say the words. Say you want this. Nothing happens until I hear you say it.
I want this.
Oh.
Then do it yourself.
Oof.
What? Dude.
What a ringtone.
Pick up the phone.
Not feeling too well.
Is it done? Is he gone?
Yeah, it's done. He's gone. They're all gone.
Todd?
Yeah, that sounds like Todd.
It's Walt. How are you feeling? Kind of under the weather? Like you've got the flu? That would be the ricin I gave you. I slipped it into that stevia crap that you're always putting in your tea. Oh, my God. Goodbye, Lydia.
I read that way too quick. Well, now I know why it's called the El Camino movie, or whatever the actual name of the movie is.
That's it. El Camino.
Oh. Oh.
Jesse Dub. We love to see it.
Or Andrea, bro.
Yeah.
Here comes Popo. What?
That was the meme.
Oh, he's bald. What'd you say?
He sees the reflection. That was the meme. Him touching the tank.
Baby blue. Post credits?
Don't remember. I don't think so. We can let it roll though.
Nope.
The post credits is El Camino.
Everyone got theirs. Yeah, Jesse still gets screwed somehow. Is El Camino like directly after?
So do you want me to tell you what time period it takes place during, or do you want to figure it out when you watch it?
Is it straight after, yes or no?
So it is during.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Where to start? Everyone got their comeuppance. I think Walt kind of got off a little easy with everything he's done. But at the same time, given he's the main character, I'm kind of fine with that.
Yeah, he went out on his own terms, the way he wanted. He accomplished everything he wanted from the start. He ensured that his family is going to get the money that he grinded for. Even though they won't take it from him, he made Gretchen and Elliot give them the money. And in a way, he kind of got a little bit of revenge on him. I mean, he scared the shit out of them. So there's that. He admitted,
I guess they're the only ones that didn't get their comeuppance.
Well, I mean, did they deserve death, though?
Depends on how hard you squint.
I think something big is he finally admitted that he wasn't cooking for the family. I mean, that may have been a reason, but he was doing it for him. He liked it. He enjoyed it. And yeah, you can kind of see that in the end scene there too, when he's bleeding out, the way he's looking at all the equipment so fondly.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's fair to say he did it for both.
Yeah.
Like he did it for the money, but he was also really good at it.
Right.
So that incentivizes him to do it.
Because after a while, he had more than enough money than they would ever need, and he just kept going.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm in the empire business.
So I want to revisit my statement about Todd.
Yeah.
Because I said it at the beginning of last episode, and then I retracted it when he shot Andrea. Now I'm going to restate it.
Uh-huh.
I think he's a little bit of both. He's evil, but at the same time, he's an idiot. Like, he is a pawn. He is someone that just has no good or bad justification in his head. He's just an idiot.
Yeah,
he's not.
He doesn't really have any emotion. He doesn't feel any repercussion. He just does what Uncle Jack says. He's very easily manipulated.
He's not evil like Uncle Jack. Like, Uncle Jack is a different type of evil that has no place in this world whatsoever.
Yeah.
Todd is just dumb. He doesn't know right from wrong. And what kind of cemented that was his ringtone for Lydia. Like, that's just hilarious.
Uh-huh.
And it fits his character completely. Like, he's into this woman. Why? You know, what? Why? No, there's no real reason other than he there is no real reason whatsoever. I am upset that Andrea had to die. And I hope we get some kind of payoff in the El Camino movie when it comes to Brock. Maybe Jesse living and taking care of Brock full time or something like that. Because that really sucks. Like, she was a completely innocent character.
Yeah.
And there were plenty of innocent people that died throughout this show. But she was the one that was like, she was just pure good. And she got killed for punishing Jesse.
Yeah.
I mean, no fault to Jesse, but like, I just simply would not have continued to cook. I would have just killed myself. Sorry, censor that.
It's yeah, because it's not just a punishment, it's a deterrent to keep him from trying to escape again. But they can also use that as okay, well, if you're not going to cook, then we're going to hurt Brock or do whatever. They're letting him know that he has no control over what he does. Like, they're going to, you know. I mean,
let's say Jesse,
as long as he's alive, he's going to keep cooking for them.
Right. Let's just say Jesse commits seppuku.
Uh-huh.
What incentive do they have to kill Brock?
I mean, none. Then it's not going to affect him.
So, in my head, that would have made the most sense.
Well, then again, if he would have did that, then I guess we would have got the ending of this episode.
Correct. I'm purely just like spitballing at this point. So, as far as Walt goes, I've talked about this a lot throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
How he kind of feels like this wishy-washy anti-hero. Like, anti-hero, maybe anti-villain. Because there isn't really anything heroic about Walt. But we naturally root for him because he's the main character. Like, that's just the normal audience reaction. Like, if you watch this show and hate the main character, you know, so the way he goes out is perfect because it's not heroic. He doesn't get the girl back. He doesn't get his family back. He doesn't get his family's forgiveness. He doesn't get anyone's forgiveness. But he goes out redeeming himself.
Right.
And I think that's the perfect way to end his character. Because he doesn't deserve to be forgived. But he can die. Right.
Either dying or going to jail and dying because, as we know, the cancer was back. He was already on the clock. Throughout the show, you'll hear a clock ticking periodically. Like when they're at home, you'll just kind of hear it in the background.
Oh, that's cool.
It's always there. Yeah. If you watch the series and you have that in mind, there's always clock ticking. That's why you see him take the watch off and put it on top of the payphone because time is up.
Time.
Yeah.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just mean in the sense of like him. There's a lot of talk about characters being redeemable and characters not being redeemable. Like everybody's always talking about, oh, when's Homelander going to redeem himself in The Boys? Like there's characters that are simply irredeemable. They are so evil. That's Walt.
He righted,
but he can redeem
some
himself.
Of his wrongs. Yeah.
Right. He can redeem himself for himself without getting the forgiveness that you typically talk about with a redemption arc. So that's really cool to me. And I'm glad that we got that, because for the viewer, like that's redemption. That, you know, that completes his arc. Like he fell into this madness and pulled himself back out of it to right his biggest wrong. That's pretty cool. That's good shit. The end when it comes to Skylar,
yeah.
I'm kind of indifferent. I'm indifferent on the character. For a long time, I did not like her. I still don't think I like her. But I think what I saw at the end was like, that's the version of her character I would have liked. The version that's like, this happened, but I'm attached. Because she was the Clyde to his, or the Bonnie to his Clyde. And then randomly she started getting, like I said, wishy-washy and not being that way. I reiterate what I said, I think at the beginning of last episode, where like, I would have liked for her to have gone with Walt. I would have liked the whole family to have separated from New Mexico, from Albuquerque, and gone to New Hampshire.
Right, but if that actually happened in the show, would that have been as entertaining or as good of an ending to Walt's character? Yeah, it's like you just the family gets out of there, they live happily ever after. All of a sudden, it turns into a Disney movie.
Well,
you know,
it's not that. It's more in the sense of like, in my head, Skylar was always on Walt's side because they're a team.
Uh-huh.
And that's what she was always flirting with, and then got to that point until Hank died. And like I said, it wasn't Hank, or it wasn't Walt that killed Hank. It was Walt's actions that killed Hank. And I feel like the Skylar that they'd written had gotten to the point where like she would understand that. She wouldn't be okay with it, but she would understand that. And so that's why I kind of wish like there was that disconnect. And I don't think this story ever ends happily. There is no happy ending for Walter White. That's just point blank, period. He's a horrible human being. He deserves to die. But that's the one thing that I'm like, I kind of wish that they were more Bonnie and Clyde. I do. I really do. I don't have much else to say about Marie. I don't have much else to say about Walt Jr.
He didn't even get to talk to Walt Jr. I mean, of course he got the phone call with him, but when he was walking home, he just stared at him because he knows like that conversation is not going to go well. It's not going to be like with Skylar. No. Flynn's just going to immediately turn him in.
Right. I like Lydia's death. I think that's very poetic.
I read that shit
like a book.
As soon as they showed the cup with the stevia getting poured in.
Yep.
You're like,
I read that shit like a book.
How did he slip the ricin in there?
I have no idea how he did that, but in the most Walter White way, he did that.
Only thing I can think is he knows when she's going to be there, what day and time, Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Right.
He knows the table she always sits at. So that one stevia packet that you noticed that was in there, he opened it, put the ricin in there and resealed it.
It's just impressive that Bro would be able to reseal.
Yeah, I agree.
Without her noticing.
That's like the hardest thing, but he's a genius. Well, I assume he did that beforehand. Like he already had it set up because he was already there at the diner chilling. He knows what table she sits at, so it was like a pre-order.
Right.
It was already waiting for her.
It was pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
Who else?
Skinny Pete and Badger making an appearance for the finale.
Yeah. I'm glad they got brought back. I really enjoy the ending I feel like I got with Saul, where he's like, no, dude, we're done. Like, that's it.
Yep.
I think that's poetic, really. I don't know if he'll appear in the El Camino movie. I doubt it. I think like his character is just done. His arc's finished. He's managing a Cinnabon in Omaha.
So one day we watch Better Call Saul. I don't know.
Yeah,
when
but
that
that's a
day's gonna
prequel,
be.
right? Right?
Right?
That's a prequel.
Right?
Okay. So I'm trying to think of other shows that like, because everybody has this like fictional top 5 in their head, right? Where they're like, oh, my top 5 video games, and like never actually write them down. The two that I know are at the top of my list are Attack on Titan and Game of Thrones. And then I know I have NCIS. And then as I'm just sitting here thinking, it's like, I don't know what else is there. And it's probably because I'm on the spot trying to think about it, frankly. But like, I got to lock in Game of Thrones at least 4. I'm sorry, Breaking Bad at least 4.
Since we're talking about top shows, I have up the list on IMDb of the top 100 best rated episodes of all time. I'm sure you already know a few of them. We've discussed this before.
Yeah. Oh, I want to finally go look at that.
Top 100 best rated episodes of IMDb.
This is someone else's list.
It's in Pack Chat. Oh, it is someone else's list. I thought this was just the official rating. I mean, it has. It has.
It's pretty damn good.
Number 1, it's rated 10, and then Battle of Bastards 9.9, Breaking Bad 9.9. So I think it. Okay,
it's almost there. Ozymandias. Is that 15?
That
I believe that was 15.
I think that was 14. That's the one where Hank got capped.
That's the only 10 out of 10? I thought there was more 10 out of 10s. I thought there were 2 Breaking Bad 10 out of 10s.
There might be.
Hey, Sozin's Comet. Oh, there's a Better Call Saul spoiler. So we got in the top 10 alone, I'll just rip it. Breaking Bad Ozymandias is number 1. Breaking Bad Face Off is number 4. Or I'm sorry, number 7.
Okay, wait.
That's the end of season 4?
Here's the official list, like the actual by IMDb rating.
Face Off is number 7. That's the finale for season 4. Felina is number 10. So Felina is the name of the dancer in the Marty Robbins song El Paso.
Wow.
And I know that because I love that song. And I sing it all the time. My dad's the one who introduced me to that song. My mom absolutely hates that song because we would drive to the grocery store and play El Paso. And we drive back from the grocery store and play El Paso City. There's actually 3, but we ignore the middle one because it's not as good. So that is absolutely hysterical. And he's playing that song. And of course, I messed up the lyrics as I was singing along to it because the spotlights are on. The lights were too bright. But that big, and it's so cool. Like, so here's just me having a complete epiphany. Walt and the character in El Paso that Marty Robbins sings about are like the same person. And he flees and he comes back and he dies. Sorry if you haven't heard the song El Paso by Marty Robbins. It's from like the 40s. So go listen to it, I guess. And like, it's like a ballad. I don't know if it'd technically be a ballad, but it's like a ballad. And so that's so cool. That's really cool. I'm sure other people a lot older than me have that same appreciation for that song. And that's just a really, really neat thing that I picked up on.
Yeah,
so
I didn't know that. I didn't know who Marty Robbins was. So
That just
glad you were able
cements.
to give some more insight.
That cassette popped out, and I said, "Dude, if we listen to El Paso," and he played it. Oh my god! Some people are gonna act like I've seen this before. Like, no, I just love Marty Robbins. Haji Lee is number 33. So, like, let's just search Breaking Bad.
All of these names of these episodes have a meaning like that, or a good amount of them.
In the top 100, there's 4. That's pretty good. I'm sorry, that's just the top 50. There's so many of the Star Wars anime in here, bro. I can't wait to make you watch that.
I think it's a testament to how good Breaking Bad is that Ozymandias is still at number 1 and is the only 10 on the list that I can see. 222,000 ratings. And it's been over 10 years. It's still up there. And just the series as a whole, you'll have so many series that are so good up until a point, and either like the final episode or the final season, they just drop the ball. Breaking Bad does not. It does the opposite. The final season, they say we're going to end this perfectly.
Now, I'll say of the 9.9s, I see 1, 2, 3. I see 4 that should be 10s that I've seen, frankly. Sozin's Comet, Battle of the Bastards, The Winds of Winter, and Star Wars: The Clone Wars: Victory and Death. Well, those 4 should be 10s out of 10s.
That's what makes Breaking Bad so impressive, having a 10, because there's always going to be haters. So how is it at a 10?
I don't know. And it was directed by Ryan Johnson. That's absolutely the most disgusting.
Just go vote.
I'm going to go rate it a 9.
Yeah. Drop it down.
I'm going to go rate it a
9. Dude, the Breaking Bad community will hate you. I can't save you.
Could you imagine if my vote was the one that turned it to 9.9?
Oh my God. We might not be friends anymore.
I hate Ryan Johnson. I cannot believe that bro has the only 10 out of 10. There's like 20,000 people that have voted it a 1 just trying to get it down from a 10. That's hilarious.
Wow. There's that many Ryan Johnson haters. That's crazy.
I know. It's about to be 20,001, but I can't remember my IMDb password.
He cooked that episode.
I mean, congratulations, bro. Can direct, amazing writing. Credit to Vince Gilligan, because Ryan Johnson didn't write that shit. As evident by the sequel trilogy, Ryan Johnson only writes dog shit, but he can direct. The ending to Jesse isn't there yet. We'll see that in El Camino.
Yeah.
I presume. So as far as that goes, I think I've covered everything.
I think you'll enjoy El Camino. Whenever we do watch Better Call Saul, which if it never gets voted for on the channel, like, you might just have to watch it on your own time, or I might watch it with you. But it might be like Breaking Bad, and it starts out slow, but by the time you reach the end in that final season, you're going to have that same feeling. I can guarantee you that. Because I say, and I know other people hold the same opinion, it is on par with Breaking Bad with the writing.
Cool.
It's that good. You wouldn't think a spinoff about the clown lawyer would be that good, but it is.
I know that Bob Odenkirk's a very good actor, so
yeah,
I trust. I'm gonna lock in Breaking Bad as my 4th favorite show of all time.
4th, okay.
4th,
so behind Attack on Titan,
is
Game
number
of Thrones,
1.
NCIS.
Game of Thrones number 2.
You have an NCIS bias.
Well, so here's why. Here's the justification I just brought into my brain.
Uh-huh.
When I finished Attack on Titan, I cried. It's on the channel. Go watch it. When I finished Game of Thrones, it elicited such an angry reaction out of me that I realized, like, the first 7 seasons I loved that much.
Yeah.
So that's number 2. Number 3, I mean, I just have this, like, I could watch any single NCIS episode start to finish without getting bored. That's how much I love that show. I grew up watching that show the same way I grew up listening to Marty Robbins. So I have that, like, childhood connection to that show, as well as some of the most emotional moments in that show elicited the same reaction of me when I watched them. Breaking Bad didn't really elicit an emotional reaction out of me. I don't know if that's just me being a bitch or what, but like, it was just damn good, you know? So that's why I put it's a hard 4. Like,
Breaking Bad,
it could easily,
it's definitely capable of getting an emotional reaction out of you. I just think under these circumstances, and I mean, this happens with a lot of stuff, watching on camera with the light shining. I know for you, AOT was the one that was able to, you know, kind of break through that. I mean, it happened with me on Bly Manor. You never know when it's going to happen, when it's really going to hit you. But yeah, it's definitely capable of hitting you in the feels when you lose the characters that you've grown attached to since early on. I mean, like I said, when we lost Hank and Gomi, that really tore me up the first time I watched this. And the Andrea death was just horrible.
That was just shocking.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't feel like choked. I was just shocked. I could not believe that happened. And I mean, Hank's, like, eventually I started to see coming, but like, man, I really liked this show. I really did. It didn't hook me in an emotional, but it hooked me in a, I need to see the next episode. And so that's why I put it so high. There wasn't a point where I was like choking. But it was damn good. I'll put Star Wars: The Clone Wars at number 5. That's my top 5.
I mean, Breaking Bad, I think, has been my number 1 for a while. Just because I think it's great from start to finish. I might still leave it at number 1. I would want to put Game of Thrones at number 2, but with the way it wrapped up, I might have to pass it over to AOT. And then
Such
go Game of Thrones.
absolute horseshit, bro.
I don't know what my number 4 is.
Rian Johnson. No, I'm kidding. I would never group Rian Johnson with Dumb and Dumber. And I kind of group the whole Game of Thrones universe in Game of Thrones because, like, House of the Dragon's just as good, you know?
I'll do the same with Better Call Saul. I'll let it share the one spot with Breaking Bad because really, like, you do need to see Better Call Saul to be satisfied.
Better Call Saul isn't. It's great on its own, but it doesn't have the same following without Breaking Bad.
Oh, definitely.
So, and that's the same thing. Like, House of the Dragon's good on its own, but it doesn't have the same following without Game of Thrones. So, like, they're intertwined in a way, you know?
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly love this show. Locked in at number 4. I'm going to put it in my notes where I have my top 10 games. So now I don't have to sit here and scrounge the next time I'm looking for my top shows. 1, AOT. 2, GOT. 3, BB. Nope, NCIS. Someone in the comments is going to be like, there, it's a sign. Breaking Bad. And then Star Wars: Clone Wars. Okay. I mean, is there anything you can think of that I didn't touch on? I wish Gus didn't die.
Yeah. But I mean,
but he had to for the sake of the plot
purpose. Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of things like within the series that happened that we could talk about, but you know, we've had a post discussion for every episode. So there's nothing I can think about that we haven't talked about before.
Me either.
So, I mean, on the last episode of this, man, it just feels tough to end it, but I guess this is where it's going to end.
I guess so. Until El Camino movie, and then it's really over. Until Better Call Saul.
Yeah, who knows when that's going to be.
True.
So, if you guys like this reaction, if you liked our Breaking Bad reactions, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for the El Camino movie, which will be coming next week, and for what we're going to be watching after that, which is to be determined. based off our poll, it's looking like it's going to be American Horror Story that has quite a big lead. So we have links to our Patreon. You can get the full-length reaction over there. We have early access to some series of movies, links to our social media, and a Discord you can join. Come chat. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.